more information, call 639-8860. Make plans to visit Seaside, Oregon, February 22nd, 23rd, and 24th for the annual Seaside and All That Jazz Festival. For more information, call 1-800-444-6740. The community calendar is a public service of Channel 8.
Eric Johnson, frustrated entertainer, satisfied sports guy.
From New York, a rough draft of hell. It's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, Jane Pauley, musician Susanna Hoffs, and actor Robbie Coltrane, plus Paul Schaefer and the world's most dangerous band. And now, with 20% less stalls, David Letterman. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, hold up. Thank you. Settle down. I am self-made millionaire and cash flow expert Dave Delgado. You spend 1 hour with us tonight, and I'll show you how you can buy real estate with no money down. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dave. Welcome to the show. How's everybody? Great. Thanks for tuning in. Now, CBS tonight. Did anybody get a chance to see the fine programming over there on CBS? They have this program, Emergency 911. Tonight, a fascinating show. The emergency squad got a guy out of having dinner with Andy Rooney. Listen to this. You know how much gas is selling for, according to the New York Times? Gas is now selling in Kuwait for $1.20 a gallon. No, $120 a gallon. That's right, $120 a gallon. But the good news is it's only 118 self-serve. Chris, nice to see you. Good. All right.
I just love when you do that.
You can't beat a little random violence,
Love
can you?
when you do that.
Anton, nice
Love
to see you. Well, how you doing? Hi, Bailey. How's it going?
Dave?
Bailey, button up that shirt, will you? It's a little chilly. Just a couple of buttons. Button up. I don't want to see you get a chill, okay? Good news and some bad news, ladies and gentlemen, for evangelist Jim Bakker. The good news is now they have tossed out his sentence of 45 years in prison. That's gone. That's the good news. That 45-year sentence has been tossed out. The bad news, of course, is there's a chance he may see Tammy again. Bad news. Hey, Morty, has the show begun? On the show tonight, Robbie Coltrane is here. Well, did you get a chance to talk to the audience before we get up? Great. Bill Wendell, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Wendell, our announcer. Also on the program tonight, Susanna Hoffs is on the show. Who else can we introduce? Bob Rooney, ladies and gentlemen. Take a bow. Here's Bob Rooney over there on the... There's Bob Rooney. There's Bob.
Give my best to Dinty Moore. I don't know what it means. I'm sorry. I don't know. Hey, how about that guy in the beard back there? Who the hell is that guy? How about say hello to that guy? No, he can't do it. There's that guy. I think he's related to Kenny Rogers. That's all I know. Susanna Hops is on the program tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And, oh, settle down. I introduced her once before. In addition to that, the lovely, the talented... Hey, wait a minute. Lady, it's my show. I get to call out the names. Now knock it off. No, all right? Okay, I'll try it again. In addition to these lovely guests joining us tonight, the lovely, the talented Jane Pauley is on.
David, it's nice to see you. I am your musical director, Paul Schaefer. Is everything all right over there?
Everything I get to Will during the warm-up hops up on the chairs. It is you, isn't it, Will? Well, there's not much around here I don't know. And you get the little footprints on the chairs, and I'm just dusting them off because in a couple of minutes, Jane Pauley will be out here, and we want the everything to be just so for Jane Pauley. Now, don't step on it again. They're gone. All right. Have a nice weekend.
I feel great. You know, so far I've lost 76 pounds on the Richard Simmons Deal Meal program.
Congratulations. Good for you.
I feel terrific. How are you feeling?
I'm all right. Now, tell me, did I dream this, or is this actually happening? I tuned in this morning, the Good Morning America program. Do you watch that show, ladies and gentlemen? I say, you watch that show? It's a popular morning show here in the United States.
I catch it every once in a while.
Huge audience, and then they have the lovable morning characters. They have the Charlie Gibbons. They have the Joan
Joanne Worley.
That's right.
Yeah.
No. So I'm watching this morning, and it's very early, and you don't know whether you're sleeping and kind of half dreaming it, or you're watching it and it's for real, or somehow you've distorted what is fact, what is reality, what is fantasy. So they're talking about some report about berries, and they're talking about strawberries and blueberries and all kind of berries. Call out your favorite berries here, by the way. Thank you. That's enough. There are no prizes, okay? And so they're talking about how the berries don't taste. Hey, it's over, all right? Man, we got a Donahue audience tonight. So, everything's changed here. They used to have a department here at NBC that took care of the audiences for you. They're gone. Oh, by the way, if you need any office furniture, hang on. There's going to be plenty. Hang on. Whatever you need, I understand there's going to be a wide variety to choose from.
Cutting
in the next couple of months, just anything. It'll be like shopping. You go on a shopping spree. All the office furniture you want. Yeah. So anyway, they're talking about berries, and I don't know, the berries something. Now, they go to the weatherman after the story, and he's sort of half laughing, and he says, well, today it's going to be very, very cold. This is the weatherman. Now, I don't know what you think of Willard Scott, but I got to believe our weatherman is head and shoulders better than this twit who comes up with this every day. So now they go to Joan London, who's going to introduce the next segment, and Joan is convulsing with laughter. She's and it's going on a little too long, and it's a little too enthusiastic, and a little too, you're thinking something's wrong, and she can't stop. She can't stop laughing. The next thing I know, the guy who does their medical reports, what's his name, Morty? A doctor, is he a doctor? Yeah, he's a doctor over there at Good Morning America. Runs onto the set and gives her an injection at the base of her skull. That's right. And that's the only way she can stop laughing.
And you're wondering whether or not you dreamed that or whether it really happened.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh, Hal, are you in there? Hal, turn on that external camera, will you? That's Hal Ernie Gurney, our director. This is looking out the 14th floor across 49th Street here in Midtown Manhattan. Okay, let's take a look at the building. There's Meg, our good friend Meg Parsant over there. The hell does she work for? Pocketbooks, a division of Simon & Schuster Publishing. Okay, let's call her. We had our big, what did we have? We had our anniversary party. You were at the anniversary party. This was, for our 9th anniversary, and I believe Meg was there. Here, in fact, we have a picture of Meg at the party. Oh, I'll save that. All right, let's call Meg and chat with the lovely Meg Parsant. Where's that damn number? Where the hell is that damn number? Where's that damn number anyway? Where you kids put that damn number? Come out there and beat the hell out of you kids and give me that damn number. This should be the lovely, look at that hair, man. Hey, Meg, it's me, your friend Dave. How's it going?
Okay.
Hey, can we put you on the air?
Yes.
Okay, wave to America. Hey, there you go. Meg, how have you been?
I've been fine.
What's new with you?
That's such a general question. Things have been fine.
Look,
Work has been busy.
don't criticize the questions, all right? You just answer them.
It was a very sincere question.
Okay. And let's see, Super Bowl, did we talk about the Super Bowl?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, what did you think of that? Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I thought it was really exciting.
Have you had any time off lately?
No.
How's your boyfriend, Tony?
He's doing just fine.
Everything good there?
Yeah, everything's good.
And your family?
Family is wonderful. I sent a doll to my niece for Valentine's Day, and she loved it.
That's very sweet. How old is your niece?
She's 4.
4 years old. What kind of a doll was it?
It was a little rag doll with a red velvet dress.
That's very cute. I think she'd probably be thrilled with that.
I hope so.
Now, who are all those people loitering out there in the doorway?
I have no idea.
It looks like it looks like one of those Dockers commercials. Where those idiots are walking around talking about being guys and how they enjoy their pants and that sort of thing.
Oh, Dockers.
Yeah, it's a pants commercial. Meg, I understand you were at the big Christmas party. I'm sorry, the anniversary party.
Oh, I was, yes.
Yeah, and how long were you there?
For quite a while, actually.
You know, I didn't get to see you. I'm sorry. What time did you arrive?
I guess I arrived at about 8-something.
Yeah, that's when I arrived. I got there about 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't see you. Did you make an effort to find me?
I did see you, actually.
You did see me?
Yes.
And did you come over and say hello?
Well, you were surrounded by
Well,
colleagues.
thank you very much, Meg.
It's not that I didn't want to.
Now, did you have a nice time at the party?
I had a very good time. It was a lot of fun.
Weren't you impressed and at the same time troubled by what seemed to be an inordinate number of weasels at the party?
Can't say that I was.
Oh, man, do you have weasels in publishing?
Yeah, I think there are weasels everywhere.
Well, that's the sad truth. That's what the Bible tells us, Meg.
Well, it's true.
Yeah, but that's what sickened me about that party. It was the staff and the crew. That's fine.
They're great.
And then plane loads of weasels.
I didn't meet any weasels.
You had a good time?
I had a very good time.
Yeah, were you drunk?
Maybe just a little.
What were you drinking, Meg?
Actually, I wasn't really drinking very much.
Yeah, okay. Here, we have a picture of you at the party, and it's you and another woman, and I've been told that this is a friend of yours. Who is the friend, do you know?
Sally Hoffman, probably.
Sally Hoffman. What does Sally do?
She works in another part of Simon & Schuster.
Yeah, well, it's clear to me from this photo that Sally is in the bag.
So then I told my boss, I said, look, if I can't have Thursdays off, I'm not coming in. I've got to have a new schedule.
A lot of that all night. Meg, I'm glad everything is good with you. I'm glad you were able to come to the party. I'm sorry I missed you. And, you mentioned it. You mentioned that in a couple of days it is Valentine's Day.
That's true.
And if you don't mind, because you've been such a wonderful friend and neighbor to us over the last year, I would like to send you my very special Valentine. And here tonight to deliver it to you is the man who most represents both romance and malt liquor, Mr. Billy D. Williams. Okay, Meg. I think you have to give the phone there to Billy for the presentation.
I will. I'm going to put you on the phone for a moment.
Yeah. Oh, my. Yeah.
Undeniable. This is my new fragrance.
Oh, some cologne.
And this is a fragrance for women and a fragrance for men. By exclusively from Avon.
Well, then you know it must be very, very good. Ooh. Hey, Billy, what else do you have for Meg over there? Oh, she's fanning herself. What else do you have for her?
What else do I have for her? Well, I might have to close this blind.
In your dreams, you're closing that blind. Don't make me come over there. All right, but you have some flowers. You have flowers for her.
I just gave her the flowers, and I just gave her a Colt 45.
Oh, the malt liquor there.
I gave her my Undeniable.
Okay, look, thanks, Billy. You going to be around over there for a while?
for a couple of minutes.
Okay, all right. We'll check back with you in a couple of minutes ourselves. We got other things to do. Hey, will you folks knock it off? I'm on the phone here. Man alive. What bus did you come in on? All right, Meg, thank you very much. Don't hang up. We'll be with you, I guess, in a minute. I guess. Oh, man. You see that? Like boating a blue, isn't it? What are we doing here, Morty? All right, we'll do a... Oh, damn, I just hung up on her. Quick, get her back. Can we get her back? Quick, get her back. Thank you very much. We'll do a commercial, and I don't know what the hell we're doing, but we'll be right back.
Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, John Candy, and Demi Moore are in Nothing But Trouble.
What is this place? You look pretty this evening, sister. Doing something different with your hair?
All they wanted was a little getaway.
You make Mr. Bride. No, not in front of all these people.
Now, all they got was
How about a nice Hawaiian punch?
Nothing But Trouble. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, February 15th at a theater near you.
Why aren't you playing? You sound too small. That's what they used to say about me. Come on.
Him and the little kid? Let's take it.
Go, let's quite win.
This time, why don't you run with me?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
No, he gonna play with us. He's on my team. He had first pick.
I love what you did for me, man. You did it, kid.
Next time you're dining out, try something startling. Pick up a packet of Equal. You'll be so surprised by the great taste of the one with NutraSweet, you'll want to buy a box of Equal for the next time you're dining in.
Here in Jupiter, a beef stir-fry takes less than 5 minutes and a steak takes less than 10. The people of Jupiter call this weightlessness. Beef, real food in Jupiter, Florida.
Hey, Bob. You never give up, do you?
Hi, Frank.
Not everyone's lifestyle moves at the same pace.
Did you have the extended forecast yet?
He's putting up right now.
Fast, slow, we're a pretty diverse community.
So how's Louise these days?
Oh, she's fine.
There is one thing we can agree on, though.
2 minutes, guys.
We like to know what's going on now.
Oh, hey, gotta go. News is on.
It's nice to know we have so much in common. News 8 at noon.
Take a shot of the window. I'll see what's going on over there. Oh, well, look, they're becoming friends. Isn't that nice? Is Meg still on the line here? Is this Meg right here? Hello, Meg.
Hello?
Meg, it's me, Dave. Can you
Hi,
talk?
Dave. Yes.
How's everything going over there?
Everything's just really wonderful.
Are you enjoying some malt liquor?
Well, I haven't really had any yet, but
Try
sitting
a
here
little
with
malt liquor.
toys,
Yeah, a lovely toast. Very nice. How does that stuff taste, Meg?
It's really okay. I never had this before.
Really okay compared to what?
What?
Nothing. All right, you kids have fun.
Yeah.
All right, we have to go, but
Okay.
I don't know what's going on here tonight. All right. Now, let's do our top 10. The category tonight, top 10 other nicknames for Lincoln.
What do you mean other nicknames?
Today is President Lincoln's birthday.
Yes, it is.
He would have been 182 years old today. 182 years old
Really?
today. And we have a top 10 other nicknames for Lincoln. Well, nicknames that he had: Honest Abe.
Right.
Old Thrifty.
All right.
Was it Old Thrifty?
Whatever you say.
The Great Emancipator.
The Great Emancipator.
The Rail Splitter. The Super Chief. Here now we have other nicknames for President Lincoln. Did I mention Honest Abe?
Yeah, yes. Yes, you
Yeah, well, that pretty much finishes the category. Here we go now. Top 10 other nicknames for Lincoln. Did you folks get a chance to meet our announcer, Bill Wendell? Bill, come on out here and take it out. There we go. come on over. Bill Wendell, right here. Here, just, no, this one will do. Right there. There he is. That's Bill. Okay. Thank you very much, Bill. All the furniture you want. A lot of furniture is suddenly somehow going to become available.
What are you saying?
I don't know. I just know I got some kind of a memo saying furniture, furniture, furniture. Oh, are we a little late? How much? How late are we? 2 minutes? All right. See, if we'd edit out these lulls, we'd be right on time. Top 10 other nicknames for Lincoln. Here we go. I keep hearing my voice echoing around this room. It's a little off-putting. Here we go. Number 10, the abolitionist. Number 9, Vanilla Abe. You like this Vanilla Ice guy, by the way, Paul?
Vanilla Ice?
Yeah.
I think he's,
Am I going to have to fight each and every one of you?
I happen to be a big Ice fan, as a matter
Number
of fact.
8, Town Car. Number 7, Mr. $5 Bill. Number 6, Grand Champion, 4 years running, White House Slam Dunk Contest. Number 5, The Fonz. Number 4, Mary Todd's Old Man, Hippies Only. Number 3, Little Debbie. Number 2, Illinois Babe Magnet. Number 1, Abe. I think Billy is steamed. He would like to go home. He doesn't know how to graciously excuse himself
Well, he
and
said
leave.
he had a few minutes to
Yeah, I
stick
know.
around.
There he is. He said, well, when the hell do I get out of here? Is the phone dead? You know, yeah, I hate to think of Meg full of that malt liquor, though. Hate to think of me full of that malt liquor, come to think of it. Morty, is there some kind of WrestleMania show here tonight? Okay, fine. Our first guest entered the American Cultural Lexicon during her 13 years on the Today Show, and now she is the host of her own program. It's called Real Life with Jane Pauley, which can be seen Sunday nights at 8 p.m. right here on NBC. Ladies and gentlemen, here she is, the one, the only, Jane Pauley. Jane? Howdy, howdy. Nice to see you. Oh, goodness, I nearly spit right over you. How are things with you these days?
Great,
Yeah?
gangbusters.
Did you have a good New Year's?
Yeah, I spent New Year's right here. I was working.
You were working, part of the Tonight Show coverage of the festivities in Times Square.
Yeah, it was the first memorable New Year's Eve I think I've had in 20 years.
Good for you. How's the family?
They're wonderful. Thank you for asking.
You have a husband and...
Still do.
Yeah, cartoonist.
Yeah.
Garfield, that's the... what do you do?
I wish. Yeah,
You
Jim
wish.
Davis does. Look, he owns Muncie.
You know, Jim Davis is also from Indiana.
Muncie.
Yeah, you're from Indiana. I'm from
Yeah,
Indiana.
Jim Davis is from.
Yeah, very, very wealthy, this guy, with his little kitty
Very
drawings.
wealthy.
Yeah.
You haven't any idea.
And the kids, how many kids do you have?
I don't know how many kids he has.
No, Jane, you.
Oh, I'm wealthy in children. Wealthy in
You
children. I
have
have
three. Yeah, you had one single and a double.
And one all at once, or two all at once.
Yeah, good for you. And the age, the oldest and the youngest?
2 7s and a 4.
Wow, that's great. Congratulations.
I didn't know we were going to do the biographical stuff.
Well, it's for my own information. Do you mind?
Okay.
Yeah. And now, huh?
The cat.
And you have a cat? What's the kitty's name?
Daisy.
Daisy the cat? Yeah, have you ever had a dog?
I grew up with Rusty, but he
Rusty
passed.
the dog. Yeah, well, they do. How old was Rusty when he left us?
He was 17.
Yeah. 17, left to chase that big bone.
You know, as a matter of fact, when he passed, I was 23, and I felt so old.
Yeah,
When your
23.
dog dies,
Yep.
and you're over 21, you feel so old.
But it's tough, regardless of your age, when the dog goes.
Getting old, too.
Yeah. But 17, Rusty, that's a pretty good dog.
17 years.
Yeah, you
Followed
gave
my
him-
sister home from school when I was in the 2nd grade.
Yeah, it's a
Went
great
through
story.
college together. He was
Yeah.
a great old dog.
Good for Rusty, good for you, good for your sister.
First time I've ever mentioned him on
Well, there you
Late
go.
Night
Well, let's get a
television.
press release out on that. If we had a press department, we could do that. But, by the way, there's going to be some furniture available, Jane.
I don't remember this from before.
Yeah, we got
I
that
feel like
when the Tomorrow Show went under. We got that.
Oh.
Let's talk about your new show, Real Life. This is, first of all, a massive undertaking, and you're to be congratulated for the success of producing a fine show.
Thank you. I'm looking for some of our staff members.
Might they be in the audience?
Some of
Oh,
them.
well, maybe that's
The
part of the
wild
problem we've
applause.
had, yeah. It's your staff and folks waiting for Hulk Hogan. That's the audience.
No, Real Life, and thank you for not calling it by some other name that sometimes people call it by
They get it
Real
confused.
Life.
Yeah, for a while I thought it was that show with Skip Stevenson.
Yeah, another successful program.
No,
Right.
remember the Real People show?
Oh, no.
That's what I was
There was
thinking.
another program so closely titled
Years
to mine.
ago.
It's
Completely
Real
different.
Life. 8 o'clock.
Tell the folks what the show is if they have not been lucky
Well,
enough
it's
to see
about,
it.
it's cleverly titled. It's aptly titled. It's about real lives. For instance, I spend a lot of my time these days on people's sofas in their living rooms or around the kitchen table. We had a guy All right, if you think it's that kind of show, tune in anyway.
Yeah.
We can use... So this guy says on our show one night, he says, we're not buying lobster and steak anymore. It's more spaghetti time.
Right.
And
Because
right
of
after
the
that...
economy.
And then right after that, we cut to, coincidentally, a family sitting around dinner serving spaghetti.
That's right.
So I go home that night, and we have spaghetti. Yeah. Now, I challenge you, watch nightly news, you watch my show, you watch anybody's program where they're doing stories about people living real lives.
Mm-hmm.
They're eating spaghetti now.
All right, now, this is interesting. I would not have been able to make this assessment. I'm taking your word for it.
You could have made this assessment
But
if
maybe,
you
no,
watched
I don't have
television.
the broad experience that you have, the sampling
You
that
only
you
need
have.
a TV.
Okay, so what does it mean?
Well, it means that times are lean.
Really?
Times are hard,
Yeah.
sure, and it's quite a... Really, the premise of our show is that you can learn a lot about how we live in America today by looking for small details like that.
Mm-hmm.
A family that will report something simple like, well, we're not replacing the kids' sneakers as often as we used to, or a man who, despite a Yale education, finds himself at 54 unemployed for an entire year without
Really?
finding a job,
Yeah.
and has many neighbors who are the same, who have sent out hundreds of resumes for a job. And those microcosm stories say a great deal about how we're doing,
Yeah.
which these days is not all that well.
Well, let me tell you something, Jane. We can help them out here with some furniture.
Right.
If they need anything, just have them come on by. We got plenty of furniture available. We'll do a commercial, and then we'll... That's right.
I always wanted to go to England, so when they asked me to go over there to the Lotus track and test the new Saturn, I couldn't wait. I figured a day, maybe two, and then I could sneak over to London, see Big Ben. We put 100,000 miles on that car. You'd think in the 6 months it took, I'd have gotten to know England pretty well. I did. At least 7.5 miles of it.
An FBI trainee. A brilliant psychotic.
I'm here to learn from you.
Mind against mind.
What does he do, this man you see?
Clue for clue.
I'll have to catch him, Gary.
You know who he is, don't you?
She's playing a game she can't lose.
Tell me his name, Doctor.
To find a killer, she must stop. The Silence of the Lambs, rated R. Starts Thursday, February 14th at theaters everywhere.
Get ready for the 40th. And mails it to your turn at KGW TV. Later, he records his opinion at the KGW studios. The next week, Pat's opinion airs.
And now, it's your turn. A Channel 8 viewer opinion. In the race to develop new offshore oil reserves, Oregon's coastal waters and marine life stand to lose.
If you have an opinion, share it with the rest of us. Write your turn, KGW TV, 1501 Southwest Jefferson, Portland, 97201. Or call us at 226-5145. Taking your turn is easy, it's worthwhile, and it's your chance to make some waves.
Dave Selesky, dog's best friend, doggone good weatherman. Thanks for staying up later. Tonight and tomorrow, Mary Tyler Moore will join us for a pair of programs leading up to what I'll call a landmark television event. There's a 90-minute special on CBS Monday night, February the 18th, marking the 20th anniversary of the Mary Tyler Moore show.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's finished now.
It's finished. It's a terrific show. It was going to be an hour, and Jack Haley Jr. produced it and had the tough task of looking at 168 episodes and choosing which little sound and film bites to use on the show, and went to the network and said, I can't figure out how to cut 20 minutes out of this show. Can you? And they said, no, so you better have another half hour. So it went from an hour to an hour and a half, and everyone is just pleased as can be.
If you had been in that edit room,
Yeah.
and I'm sure they consulted you anyway for your personal favorites,
Yeah.
what did you tell them? What half dozen or so did you say, no matter what, you've got to include these?
Well, they really did a great job. I mean, Jack Haley did. He was the guy who made the selections, and he didn't miss a thing. He really didn't. I'm sure there are others if I went back and reacquainted myself with them, but they just don't come to the forefront of my mind right away. I'm thrilled with every single choice he made, including the many takes from the episode called Chuckles Bites the Dust, which is everybody's favorite.
Just forget what he was wearing. Suppose he hadn't been wrecked as a peanut. Would his death still be funny?
Could have been worse. He could have gone as Billy Banana and had a gorilla peel him to death.
That particular episode won me an Emmy that year, and a lot of other people. And the director, a woman named Joan Darling, who had taken over for Jay Sandridge, who directed about 80% of our shows. And he felt that the show was a little too controversial, so he didn't want to direct it. And Joan Darling came in and directed it and walked away with an Emmy.
Too much controversy about the death of a clown?
Well, yes. You don't see that, Bob? You don't understand it? No, but we were laughing at a funeral. There was a minister on stage, and there was a man in a coffin who happened to be dressed like a clown. And they just felt, that it might be something that the audience wouldn't accept, laughing at a funeral, even though we've all been close to that, if not actually gone through it.
And what did Chuckles ask in return? Not much. In his own words, a little song, a little seltzer down your face.
What I loved about that show was that Mary Richards, who was just so above everyone else, who kept laughing and making jokes about Chuckles' death, she kept criticizing them and saying, where is your taste, where are your manners, where your soul? Man has died, how could you laugh? And then we get to the memorial service, and Mary was the one who just couldn't stop with her giggles and got a little bit out of control.
You feel like laughing, don't you? Don't try to hold it back. Go ahead, laugh out loud. Don't you see, nothing would have made Chuckles happier. He lived to make people laugh. Tears were offensive to him, deeply offensive. He hated to see people cry. So go ahead, my dear. Laugh for Chuckles.
Another episode I really liked, and I haven't seen the show, so maybe these are in and maybe they're not. When Nancy Walker, who played Rhoda's mother, came over and you let her stay at your apartment, and then she said, well, I would have paid for the motel anyway, and she's like chasing you around the...
Yes, trying to put the money in my pocket, and I keep refusing it. Yeah, that was a masterful piece of choreography and timing.
What are you doing? Well, that's what has caught me in that flea bag, so I'm certainly going to pay you.
Oh, no, Mrs. Morgenstrike, I'll take your money.
Oh, come on. Don't be silly.
No, what? For sleeping on my chair?
I want you to have the money.
No, Mrs. Morgenstern, I couldn't take it.
Well, okay, have it your way.
No.
That's not in it, but we could do another one.
This will be the last one I'll mention as my personal favorites because, as I said, who knows what's in and what's out, and everybody's got their own list. The show was so popular. But there was an episode where each of the men in the newsroom fantasized about what it would be like if they married you or if you were their lover.
Yeah, that was a great one. And my favorite fantasy in that show was the one where, I think it was Ed Asner's dream. It was projected to our 90s, and we wore old age makeup. Dick Smith, who is the master of strange makeup, did molds for our faces. And maybe you even have a shot of that. I don't have a shot of that. But it was wonderful because we got to be these really old, ancient people who were still vaguely recognizable as Lou and Mary. And I loved that one.
We should never overstate the importance of television because, first of all, it's entertainment.
Yeah.
And that's why it was successful, because
Sure.
all of you were, in your own way, funny.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to be pretentious here, but to what extent can we say, through the rearview mirror, that portrayal of a working woman was important at that stage in American life in the early 70s?
Well, it was, and it was important because it did represent what women were going through in the 70s. They were standing up and saying, I must be heard, and I must be given equal pay. And also, we said, without getting on a soapbox and without declaring it for the world to hear, but just for ourselves to say, it's all right to be at home alone on Saturday night without a date, and it's all right to be surrounded by what I think was coined at that time, the phrase extended family. As long as you had the people with whom you worked around you, and as long as they loved and supported you, and you could fight with them and make up with them, that was a pretty good life.
And on this special, every one of them's back, right? They're all there. Ed Asner's there, and Betty White, they're all there.
Everybody except Ted Knight, who is no longer with us.
He was so brilliant.
Wasn't he? Wasn't he just? He really was an actor of such depth. I kept hoping that I would see him in some wonderful dramatic production because he had it. He really did.
Yeah, I said I wasn't going to mention another favorite, but you have to when
No,
you
all
mention
right, go
Ted
ahead.
Knight.
We'll give you just one more, Bob.
When Walter Cronkite shows up.
Oh, yes. That was great. That really was wonderful. We were all so nervous, and the character of Mary Richards, of course, was nervous meeting him, too. And all she could say when introduced to him was, nice. Just nice. So nice. And that's the way we were all behaving on the set. Nobody ever said anything intelligent the whole 4 days he was with us.
Could you tell if he had been a fan of the show, or at least was familiar with it?
Oh, yes, because he wasn't making a second career out of guesting on other shows, you know. I don't think he did. He was recently on Murphy Brown's show, and I think that was only the second appearance he made in a situation comedy.
You could pretty much tell. There were a lot of indicators, but one of them about how MTM had gotten into the public consciousness was that Johnny Carson showed up. And John doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Walter Cronkite, Betty Ford, first lady toward the end. She makes her appearance on the show.
Yeah. Oh, it says something, and it's kind of sad. It was true then, and I think it's true now, that that really special programming is so rare. But when there is something that's unusual, big people will break their own personal set of rules and go on television, make an appearance.
When did it strike you, and I stipulate this is an awkward thing to talk about because it's people's affection for you, but the show was more than successful. You had won almost 30 Emmys as a show, and you won 4 of them yourself. 5.
Well, wait a minute, no, not for that
one.
show. Not for that show. I mean, I won 3 for that show, and 2 for the Dick Van Dyke Show.
So actually what I was doing was averaging them and coming up with 4. In any case, there's lots of hardware on the woman's shelf is what we're getting to. But there are other shows that have that sort of objective success. Not many, but a few. But I can't think of very many programs where it really got into people's hearts that way. And people used to talk about our Mary. And they really idealized you.
Yeah.
It must have been rewarding, but in another way, it must have also been awkward and uncomfortable.
No, it never. I never thought of myself as being a role model, and this Our Mary business really only started after the show went off the air. So So that was all right, because then I didn't have to live up to it or in any way try to match it personally. And I can't and didn't. I'm just not as funny in my own home as I am when I have all those writers around. And I think that's the essence of it, that we had brilliant writers who were willing to write. Today it seems to me that a lot of television writers do 1 year of a series that is lucky enough to be renewed, and they want to be the producers of that show. And they don't really want to write anymore. So nobody really puts the time in that they did in those days.
Does everybody fall right back into their old patterns when you all got together for the special?
It was like going to a reunion, a school reunion, which I did several years ago, and I found that 25 years later, the relationships were all the same. We certainly had made changes in our lives, married, had children, divorced, became successful in various careers or didn't succeed, whatever. But the personalities, the essence of the personalities was the same, and the interaction was the same.
It must have been truly touching.
Yeah, it was. It's done in a very interesting way, too. We are sitting on a couch, which is supposedly my own home, and we're looking at television, watching the clips. And we were actually seeing the clips as they rolled them. And so the camera got our real, spontaneous reactions to what we were looking at. And at the end of the show, we show the last clip of the last show, where we had all huddled together in that mass hug and crabbed our way over to the box of Kleenex. And it was so curious, because when we got up to say goodbye, the camera was supposed to sort of pan back, and we would just be sort of hugging, and we went into that same hug without it being planned. We all
and
just
everyone
stood
was
up
in the same spot in relation
well,
to each
not
other?
necessarily the same spot, but we did that without, instead of going, oh, God, it was great to see you, and oh, Cloris, we just all glommed into the one position.
I treasure you people. I think we all need some Kleenex.
There's some on Mary's desk.
Seven magnificent years.
Darling girl.
And I had an ache in my throat for about 3 days afterwards.
Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can never tell, why don't you taste it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all. Double, double your refreshment. Double, double your enjoyment. Oh, no single gum, double in your mouth like double mint gum. Double, double your refreshment. Double, double your delight. Oh, no single gum, double fresh in your mouth like double fresh, double good. Come on, double mint gum.
There's no single gum like it. This is the week to buy Sears Easy Living Premium Paint, because during Sears President's Day sale, both satin finish and low luster semi-gloss are at a remarkable price. On sale through President's Day. Only at Sears.
Mom, can I go out and play in the snow?
Put your boots on.
Oh, Mom.
And here, take some nice vitamin C.
Huh?
Nice vitamin C drops give you a full day supply of vitamin C in every cooling drop.
Cool. Bye.
Don't forget your mittens.
That.
From those cold experts at Nice.
Next time you're dining out, we invite you to try something sparkling. Something that won't cost a thing. Just pick up a packet of Equal. There, the blue one, and taste. We think you'll be so surprised by the great taste of the one with NutraSweet. You'll want to buy a box of Equal for the next time you're dining in.
Hey, Bob. You never give up, do you?
Hi, Frank.
Not everyone's lifestyle moves at the same pace.
Did you have the extended forecast yet?
It's printing up right now. Fast, slow. We're a pretty diverse community.
So how's Louise these days?
Oh, she's fine.
There is one thing we can agree on, though.
2 minutes, guys.
We like to know what's going on now.
Oh, hey, gotta go. News is on.
It's nice to know we have so much in common. News 8 at noon.
The last episode, which you mentioned earlier, where everybody kind of does that little shuffle over.
Singing It's a Long, Long Way to Tipperary.
over for the Kleenex. That was really an event that was much anticipated. People talked about it for weeks before. How will they wrap it up? How will they resolve the relationships?
I'm not sure exactly how it worked, but I do know that Jim Brooks and Alan Burns and Ed Weinberger brought in just about every writer who had written more than 1 or 2 scripts. You know, people who had been contributing writers right along who had been part of the staff. So I think they ended up with maybe 10 or 12 writers, and I'm not sure how they broke it down, but maybe it was, well, you two write this scene, and you two write that scene, and so on. But they all had their hands in it, and it was one of the best scripts we ever did. We felt, even if it were not the last episode, if we could step back from it, it was on its own a brilliant episode.
Did you feel a particular responsibility, not just to make it a good show relative to the other shows, but to resolve it in a way that people could live with?
Well, yeah, although it wasn't my responsibility, because I never really became that involved in the writing at all. I mean, to a very small extent did I ever have to just say, hey, wouldn't it be good if? They were so brilliant, they came up with all the concepts and executed them beautifully. But the concern that I had was that I would be able to get the dialogue out, because that script was somewhat similar to what was happening. We were all breaking up. The characters at WJM were going their separate ways. Everybody had been fired except the one person who was completely inept, Ted Knight, who was going to stay on. So our scenes with each other were scenes of goodbye and scenes of communicating great affection and love and concern, and so that made it just about the hardest little bit of acting I've ever done, and I know for everyone else too, to get the dialogue out, to not crack up and be unable to carry on.
Well, I just wanted you to know that sometimes I get concerned about being a career woman. I get to thinking my job is too important to me. And I tell myself that the people I work with are just the people I work with, and not my family. And last night I thought, what is a family anyway? They're just people who make you feel less alone and really loved. And that's what you've done for me. Thank you for being my family.
Isn't it nice to be able to look back and say that whatever the reasons were that was the time to bring the curtain down, it proves to be just about right?
I'm not altogether sure.
Really?
You see, it was the writers, really, who felt that they were possibly going to face that problem, that maybe they couldn't keep up the great work that they had done. And so they were the ones who said, we'd like to think about calling it a day after 7 years. And I was not for it. I really wasn't. But then I didn't have to write the episodes. My job was a relatively easy one. But I think it certainly allowed them to go on to do other shows and become even better known and amass the riches and fortunes of success. But I don't think that they would have written any less the quality of show in the 8th or 9th year. And so for that reason, I think we probably could have
You
gone
probably
on.
could have gone to, let's say, 10. Could have made it an even 10.
Maybe.
Goodbye to Piccadilly, farewell Leicester Square. It's a long, long way
Tipperary, and my heart's right there.
Bill Paley, who was the president of the network and chairman of the board, and mighty fine and mighty important person, sent me a cartoon that was in the New Yorker. And he sent it with a note saying, "I know how this fellow feels." And it was a man standing at the precipice of an enormous chasm, and he has a television set held over his head. And underneath it, it says, "The day after the Mary Tyler Moore Show went off the air."
Okay, say you're a countertop, and you've got yourself a set-in blueberry stain there from breakfast. Which would you rather be cleaned with? This harsh powder that can scratch you, or soft scrub cleanser with Clorox bleach, which lifts out tough stains without harsh scratching? So, what's it going to be? Scratchy powder or soft scrub with Clorox bleach? Oh, wise choice. Soft scrub with bleach. Preferred by countertops everywhere.
I love these dogs. They're more than show dogs. They're our pets. Frankly, I think it's more important that I breed wonderful pets, because show dogs are ultimately pets.
Candace Way, top breeder of champion Wheaton Terriers.
Pedigree Choice Cuts has lots of big, meaty chunks. In a nice brown gravy, it mixes very well with the mealtime. I think it's very important that dogs get meat. With a lot of love, a lot of hard work, and a lot of pedigree, your dogs can look like this.
Pedigree, developed with vets, recommended by top breeders.
Take a trip through America's time machine.
An instant recall wartime exclusive, chopped down behind enemy lines.
It just looked too weak to even make an attempt to get us out of there.
Now, from top secret Pentagon files, an incredible tale of a soldier's survival. Also, this man spent 21 years behind bars for an unthinkable crime he didn't commit.
No, I didn't kill my kids.
The frame-up of James Richardson on the next Instant Recall. Tomorrow at 12:30.
Wednesday on First at 4.
I know produce, and I can buy good produce.
It's big business, if you know your business.
How are you doing today? Good. You see the bigger peppers over there?
No, I hadn't got that far.
Oh, there are a little bit nicer ones over there.
In part 3 of his series, consumer reporter Tom Fuller introduces you to a family-run operation where you get more than what you paid for.
A special report Wednesday on First at 4.
How much trouble did you have pushing little ideas that might have moved toward the edge through the censors? You mentioned earlier that even the idea of laughing at a funeral, even in the context of a comedy show, there was opposition to that. Were there other situations?
Well, in the very beginning, when Jim Brooks and Alan Burns wrote their proposal for the basis of the series and presented it to CBS, they had me playing a woman who was recently divorced from her husband, and they said, "Oh, no, there's nothing funny about divorce, and we just don't want to deal with that." And they said, "Well, a lot of women are divorced today." And I said, "Yes, but, we just..." And anyway, they'd think she was divorced from Dick Van Dyke. So let's not do that.
Ooh, divorce I can handle, but that divorce,
not from
no.
Dick Van Dyke, right. Well, and I can understand that. He's a hell of a guy. But that was one of the... I don't remember so many restrictions on our show as I do going back to the Van Dyke Show day.
Yeah. The implication was, though, even though as it was written she wasn't divorced, the implication was that she wasn't a virgin.
That's right.
And that was kind of new for a non-married...
Well, interestingly enough, too, when CBS said, no, you can't have her divorced because that's somehow immoral or amoral, it was all right for me to have implied that I was living with a doctor for 4 years who then dumped me, you see. And I never understood the difference, why that was all right and the divorce one wasn't. But, yeah, we kind of made it clear in one episode, I think it was about the second or maybe the third year, in which my mother makes a reference or my father makes a reference to a pill, and they're referring to an aspirin, and I say, oh, the birth control is ill. Yeah. And then it comes out that in fact Mary has had an active sex life.
Mary had a heck of an apartment too.
Which one? The first one?
The first one, yeah.
That was great. That was wonderful. But it had an apartment for Phyllis, who by the third year had gone off to do her own series and was no longer available to play Phyllis Lindstrom. And it had Rhoda upstairs, who also had gone off to do her own series. So they decided to move me out of that house and put me in an apartment where we could have a lot of drop-in comedy, as they called it, neighbors who would ring the door and present the problem of the week. And it still was a funny show, and it was great, but everybody missed that set, and I did too.
We Brits are learning your American football. Right, Joe?
Yeah. Right.
The other way! That's the ball!
And after practice, we drink a great American beer.
Miller Lite. Miller Lite, with its crisp, refreshing Pilsner taste, it's everything you want in a beer today.
What are they doing now?
They're practicing touchdowns.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Mama Joy's got a rich milk chocolate, coconut and munching up too. Mounds got deep dark chocolate and chewy coconut. Ooh. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Enjoy the chocolate, because sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you.
Introducing a new idea in air freshening, Glade Country Pottery.
Put out the pottery, put it here, put it there.
Simple, handmade pieces of glazed pottery.
Put it everywhere, put out the pottery. Put the fresh country air anywhere.
The porous clay releases the light, fresh scent for 30 days.
Just put out the pottery, put the fresh country air everywhere.
Put out the pottery, new Glade Country Pottery.
Even with 3 people in News 8 Sports, we're swamped. Pros, college, high school.
Do you know how many high school football games are played in one weekend around here?
Yeah, 411.
Not quite.
A bunch anyway. But that's fine with us, because a day without sports wouldn't be any kind of a day now, would it?
Football, hoops, baseball,
whatever, we'll cover it.
News 8 Sports with Eric Johnson, Joe Becker, and Ken Ackerman. We've got you covered.
You can see the Mary Tyler Moore special this coming Monday, the 18th at 9:30 Eastern Time on CBS, a 90-minute retrospective marking the 20th anniversary of the first episode of the Mary Tyler Moore Show. But if you can't wait to see her until then, be right back here tomorrow night at 1:30 Eastern Time, part 2 of Mary on Later. Until then, we'll see you.
Wednesday Night Court Newsflash.
I'm going to get married.
Is it Bachelorette number 1, number 2, or number 3? Then Seinfeld's dish wants to take him home for dessert.
Unless you want to go to your place.
Okay, but there's no cake or anything if that's what you're looking for.
Seinfeld, right after Night Court. It's a new Wednesday on NBC.
Before Julia Roberts, before Madonna, there was Sophia, one of Europe's most popular sex goddesses. Sophia Loren is about to receive Hollywood's highest salute, an honorary Academy Award.